I don't know. It's the he has a protocol he's got to go through. He's feeling better every day, but we've got to adhere to the protocol. So hopefully everything keeps going well, and we'll see him back out there soon.
Dallas, just to your right, sorry, regarding a little bit of the up and down. I'm not sure if it's up and down play, but up and down results. How much it bothers you, or maybe it doesn't, just the kind of the differences game to game?
Well, of course it's going to bother you. The grand plan is to be excellent every night. That's your goal when you go into the season. That your goal is you're going to go through a process that you're going to win all 82 games, and now that's not a reality in this league, but that's how you have to go about it. The ups and downs of our team are sometimes understood and sometimes not. You know, the last game against Calgary was a head shaker for all of us because we had made some progress. We were feeling very good about ourselves, and you know, we just made some knuckleheaded plays that cost us some offense. That being said, our defensive game was solid, but I just felt we didn't play up to our pace. So it's just a good reminder that it doesn't matter who you're playing. It's going to be a tough night. I don't care who you play in this league and where they're at in the standings, or if they've lost 5 in a row or won 10 in a row. It's going to be a tough night, and you have to come committed to the things that we're trying to do with our group.
What's it like playing a team like Carolina? You almost never see once a year. You just have to watch them on tape and figure you got a good enough book on them as opposed to playing them.
Yeah, well, listen, in the league, there's basically about 3 different ways teams are playing, and you know, like they could forecheck one way, neutral zone a different way, D zone, whatever it is. But we've already seen it all, so it's you know, it shouldn't be any problem to adjust to anything. So other than we don't see their players a whole lot, the systems we've all seen the same. We've seen the same kind of grind, the same kind of skill level, same kind of goaltending. So for me, it's really no different than playing the teams that you normally play. There's probably just a little bit less hatred.
Dallas, David Perron was saying that, you know, he tries to talk to some of the other forwards about his style of game. Do you think, you know, like guys like Hall or Eberle, Gagne can kind of incorporate some of what he does and learn that, or is what he does just part of his DNA? And it's you know.
Well, I know for sure it's a DNA thing, and I've gone through this with, you know, I learned a lesson on this a few years ago with a player that we had brought in, and the mandate was to make him very tough, very hard to play against, with a real edge. And the kid wasn't that kind of kid. He was going to go compete hard, but he wasn't nasty like that, and in the verbal fight and all that. And I thought we did him a disservice. I thought we screwed him up. I thought we made him worse because he was suddenly running out of position. You know, it wasn't who he was. So you've got to watch that. I think you can turn the heat up a little bit on a guy and get him to go a little bit that way, but to take a guy, know who he is inside as a person, and then to ask him to be something different on the ice, I'm hesitant with that. Now, I believe everybody can compete hard, be hard to play against, but to ask one player to play David Perron's game, I think that's a dangerous move a lot of the time.
Dallas, Ryan Jones took a shot in practice yesterday. This morning he came and used that shot blockers on his skates. When you played, did you use those, or what's your opinion on those? Should everybody be using them, especially if you're killing penalties?
They didn't have those when I played. You know, the only thing I ever had is I had the trainers make this extension that came out of my shin pad that kind of went down over the front of my laces, because that was always the worst place to get a shot. And but listen, we've had. It's one of these things you walk okay, let's make them mandatory. But if they're affecting the player and the guy doesn't like it, then I'm hesitant to make him do it if it's going to affect his performance. So I think it's always good to try and not just try them once. It's one of these things I think you should wear them for a couple weeks in practice, try them for 5 games, and then make the decision. But, you know, who knows? Maybe it wouldn't have hurt so much. But he seems to be fine. Hey, puck's hurt. Shake it off and let's go.
Hey, Dallas, for us in Carolina, the role that
Weren't you a goalie once?
you actually, in my first AHL game, were the guy that helped me through it.
I know, I'm just screwing with you.
Yeah, and Paul Maurice's role in your coaching career. I know he's a friend. You know he's a close relationship.
Yeah, a guy that I didn't know at all. I interviewed with him, and we've become very good friends. A guy that I give a lot of credit for a lot of different things for me to even be standing in an NHL city. So he took me in. He taught me a lot. He's given me some great one-liners too for my assistant coaches when they come in with ideas sometimes that, hey, here's the lineup, here's who should be out, and I look at them and go, yeah, that's easy for you to say when it's not you making the final call. I used to do that with Paul all the time. It was hey, sit this guy out, put this guy in the stands, here's the lineup, and he would laugh at me and go, that's real easy for you to say. It's not you making that call. So, but Paul's been he's a guy that I keep in touch with, that I look to for mentorship and advice still, and he's very quick to respond.